Welcome to Woah Drama Stories. We indulge of speaking of day-to-day troubles of human beings. Let's not wait any longer and start with the video. My mom passed away when I, 22 male, was 6. My brother was 2, and my sister was 5 months old. My siblings don't remember anything about my mom, and I remember only a few things, but those memories make me love her and miss her all the time. And my dad telling me what an amazing mother she was just makes me wish she was alive. My dad met Julia, my stepmom, 2 months later after my mom passed away. They moved on so fast, and when I turned 8, they got married. She is the only mother my brother, sister, and half-sister have ever known. They call her mom and see her as their mother, which is something I don't see a problem with since she's been a mother to them. She's sweet and nice to all of us. She's not the creepy stepmom. I always called her Julia though because I already had a mom, and I'm the only one who keeps a relationship with our maternal grandparents. My dad always respected my feelings about mom and Julia. There wasn't a picture of my mom in the living room, but I had one in my room. Julia seemed sad over the years that she could never take my mom's place in my life and be a mother to me like she was to my siblings. I moved out of the house a couple of weeks ago, and I invited them to see my new apartment. The drama started because of a picture. I have a picture of my mom on the wall and one of my dad. That's it. Pictures of the two of them on the wall. When Julia came in, she said that a picture of another woman next to her husband's made her uncomfortable, especially a woman who isn't a part of the family. Then my sister, my mom's biological daughter, said, "Yeah, this is weird. Julia's picture should be next to my dad's. How can you put her, my mom, over our mom, Julia? You are being so unfair to mom, Julia." My blood was boiling. I mean, this is my mom, and her mom too. Plus, Julia can't expect me to forget my mom since I was old enough to remember her. And I saw it as if they were insulting my beloved mother, who's technically their mother as well. Thus I said, "You are all correct. She is no one, just the woman who gave birth to me and you," pointed at my sister and my brother, the one who died driving her way home from her job. Do you ever listen to yourselves? What a stupid thing to say. I then asked them to leave because I felt hurt. My dad called me later checking if I was okay or if I needed his help. He promised to talk to me about it so it never happens again. My siblings later called to tell me that I mistreated their mom and I made her cry so bad. I feel a little stupid because Julia has been nothing but kind and sweet to all of us, but I think she overstepped because she has always known that I'm the only one who kept the memory of my mother alive. About 2 months ago, I introduced 2 of my best friends for the first time. We all clicked instantly and we became an inseparable trio, but it soon became obvious that the 2 of them were clicking a lot more than platonically. It became sort of the elephant in the room and started causing me a lot of anxiety, both about how our friendship would change and also brought up some latent feelings I might have had for friend 1. Let's call him Jim. He had been in a relationship as long as I had known him that had ended 2 weeks before I introduced the 2 of them, so I had never considered how my feelings might have developed over the years we've been friends. If that were where the story ended, it would have been easier. It would have sucked alright, but I would have adjusted eventually to whatever was happening in my friend group and let go of whatever, obviously unreturned, feelings I may or may not have had. This is where friend 2, Jenna, comes in. Maybe 2 weeks ago, she approached me and finally admitted for the first time how she had feelings for Jim and that he also reciprocated said feelings. But she said I was a priority to her in extremely certain terms, and if I was even a little uncomfortable, she would drop it. This was all her choice to say. I confessed I had conflicting feelings, that I didn't understand for him, and that everything was happening so fast and I wanted time. She said of her own volition she would talk to him and put everything on hold so we could focus on our friendship. I felt really good about this and grateful for the time I would have to process the situation. A week later, guess who was dating? And had been for days, but was specifically doing it behind my back. I was hurt. Not that they were dating, okay, maybe a little, but that she was the one who started the conversation with me and lied about her priorities and intentions to my face. She didn't have to say that she would do anything for my friendship and feelings, but she went out of her way to assure me and then went ahead and did the exact opposite. One secondary talk later, we patched things up. I was still wounded about the dishonesty and the heartache of seeing them together, but she said she would try to be gentle and mindful of how my feelings might be affected. Within a week, Jim is sleeping over at my house every other night, because Jenna is my housemate. At this point, I'm just angry. I feel like she doesn't care about how I feel as long as it doesn't affect her. Do I have the right to be angry? Am I stupid for wanting to end my relationship with Jenna for knowingly hurting me, even though it isn't morally wrong at all for them to be seeing each other? Did she deserve to lose my trust? I, 24 male, met my friend Elisa, 26 female, in college 3 years ago. We met in a class we hated, bonded over shared misery, and were roommates until she moved in with her boyfriend, Marcus, 25 male. She's like a sister to me. I was stoked when she and Marcus got engaged, and even more stoked when she asked me to be in her wedding. Of course, I said yes for being in her wedding party. Now the issue. I'm transgender. I came out earlier this year and have started transitioning, but I'm not really there yet. I'm in process. At the time, Elisa was very happy for me, but since then she's occasionally been a little weird about it. She hasn't said anything outright unsupportive, but she's said a few things here and there that have made me concerned. But she's been good about using my name/pronouns, etc., so I figured it wasn't malicious. Anyway, a few weeks ago she added me to the wedding group chat with her other attendant, the groom, his 2 attendants, and the officiant, and started sending examples of the sort of things that she wants everybody to wear, with colors. From her side, she sent 3 dress styles to pick from. I messaged her privately to ask her if she forgot that I'm a man and don't want to wear a dress. I figured maybe she got so caught up in wedding planning that she forgot that I have changed since she asked me to be in her wedding. I'm realizing how ridiculous this sounds as I'm writing it. She said that she thinks that I look enough like a woman that I could wear a dress anyway because she wants her attendants to match with each other. Like, okay, but I'm in the middle of transition, and the way I look now might not be the way I look in 6 months. Like, I could grow a full face of beard between now and then. Probably not, but it could happen, lol. She said I could shave and wear makeup. I pointed out that my measurements might change. She said I could get the dress altered. At this point, I could feel myself starting to get angry, so I just said, okay, sure, and put my phone down. I really do not want to wear a dress, no matter how I look in it. I was okay with being called a bridesmaid, going to the bachelorette party, and wearing all the stupid hashtags like Pride Tribe bullshit, even going to her bridal shower and doing a spa day. But this one, I don't think I have it in me. I thought, okay, well, it's her wedding, and you only get one of those. Hopefully, lol. Maybe I can just wear the dress for the ceremony and change right after. But the more I imagine what that would be like, the less I'm okay with it. I feel like my body itself doesn't want to wear a dress. About half an hour ago, I was trying to psych myself up for it, and I felt like I was starting to disassociate just by thinking about it. I don't want to step down because I love her like a sister, and she only has 2 attendants and the groom's attendants are both his brothers, so he can't really ask one to step down either. And knowing what her personality is like, if I did just show up in a suit, she'd be mad, but I don't think she'd try to stop me. So would I be stupid if I ditched the dress and went ahead with the suit? I am 30 female and recently got engaged to my fiance. We quickly decided on a number for the wedding party. Most of my bridesmaids are friends I have known for 15 plus years. The only exception is my younger sister Alex, 20 female. Alex and I are very close. We have similar interests and work in similar fields, and we talk quite a bit. She's one of my biggest confidants. My twin sister, Julie, and I, however, don't get along. So she wasn't asked to be a bridesmaid. This has become an issue with my mom, who thinks it isn't fair I asked Alex, but not Julie. Julie has a toxic personality and is often dramatic over small things. She is always my way or the highway, or she will throw a tantrum. If someone upsets her, she will go ahead and break all contact for extended periods. I have been the recipient of this up until 2 years ago. She wanted our mom to drive for 6 or so hours to come take care of her when she was suffering from a minor health issue. And when her demands weren't met, she went ahead and threw a fit. When I told her that she was being unreasonable, she blocked me from her phone and didn't talk to me for 2 years. I was bullied a lot in school, mostly by Julie. When she got in with a more popular crowd of kids who were notorious bullies, she started to help them into bullying me. This didn't change until I was hospitalized due to a nervous breakdown. Julie doesn't have a good relationship with any of my bridesmaids. 3 of my 5 bridesmaids were once friends with Julie, but have since cut ties with her after she messed with them in various incidents. My maid of honor, Ellie, has a particularly bad history with Julie after she caused a scene at their university and started a nasty rumor about Ellie. My fiance doesn't like her much and doesn't want her to be a part of the wedding party. He was very offended when, after letting Julie see my ring, her response was, my boyfriend will buy me a nicer one. Which was particularly upsetting because, while it didn't cost a fortune, he spent a lot of time and heart finding me a ring that he knew I would love, and that means more to me than the price tag. There are a lot of red flags regarding her, and I don't want her to ruin my wedding. I normally wouldn't think twice about not inviting her into my wedding party, but my mother has me questioning whether or not I'm kind of stupid. My mom is great and just wants us all to get along. Because of this, she often tells me I should let go of my issues with Julie and try to mend bridges, and an effort has been made. We talk on occasion, but it's more often than not her asking me to do something for her. My mom thinks that since I have asked Alex to be in the party, then Julie should be included too, or that neither of them should be in the party at all. But by that logic, I should also invite my brothers into the wedding party. I don't want her in my wedding party, but I'm questioning my decision, so this doesn't cause any more drama in the family. Would I be stupid if I didn't listen to my mom about including Julie in my wedding? My throat got really bad this morning. My mom told me to leave the door unlocked so her boyfriend could drop off some meds for me. It was raining, so he didn't want to leave them outside. After he dropped them off, I took them and finally fell asleep and forgot to lock the door again. At about 2:30 p.m., I'm suddenly woken up by the sound of my dog barking, snarling, and growling. This is not like him, so I thought something was wrong. Then the dog stopped barking and I heard a woman's voice. Now, my throat is bad and I can't speak louder than a whisper, so I scrambled to find a shirt. I was topless in bed, and yell out, "Hello? Is someone there?" Then my downstairs neighbor starts walking down the hall towards my bedroom holding a pot. I yell out, "Don't come in, I'm not dressed." And she responds with, "Don't worry, I'm not either." She was in her pajamas. I yell out, "I have COVID," and she keeps coming as I'm digging for a shirt to put on. She hears me and says, "Sounds like you have a sore throat." I was getting pissed and actually yelled at her, "I have COVID." This woman stops in my hallway and says, "Don't come near me, I don't want it." She then proceeds to tell me that she has soup for me. I'm still baffled, but I tell her to lay it on the counter and I say thank you. She says, "No, I want my pot back." I told her to back up so I could get to the kitchen. When I get out there, I notice her dog sitting in my kitchen, and Apollo, my dog, is nowhere to be seen. I ask her where Apollo is, and she acts like I just spoke German. I yell, "My dog, where is he?" She says, "I don't know. I didn't open the door." Before I fully strangled this woman, I opened the porch door and my dog runs inside. She looks me in the eye and says, "Yeah, he was going after my dog," which he does again. I grab him a bowl, she pours the soup in the bowl and starts asking for shit. Candles, mason jars, boxes, etc. I told her no and that she needs to take her dog and get out of my house. She then, instead of leaving, starts talking about the rain and goes out the front door while calmly calling her dog. Her dog seems to have no interest in leaving while she keeps walking away. I had a hold of my dog and had to pick up this poor little dog and put her out on the doorstep while being extremely sick. When I closed the door and locked it, I just kind of sat there in shock that a strange woman just waltzed into my house like it was a normal thing to do. I know this is Newfoundland and all, but what the hell? This woman knew my dog didn't do well with other dogs inside the house. She commented on a post I made about having COVID, so she was aware of that too. She locked Apollo out of the house at the porch and lied to me about it. She saw me struggling with my clothes, but kept moving forward. What the hell just happened? I don't know this woman at all, but when I told my family about this, they said that I was overreacting. Am I stupid for yelling at her to leave me alone when I didn't invite her and I'm so sick that I can barely move?